Well, hello, Dentist. Angus Pryor here, creator of the Dental Profit System and #1 Amazon best-selling author, bringing you today's Marketing Monday, looking at the 3 characteristics of dentists that make them successful, which begs the question, what are those characteristics? However, before we get into the detail, as ever, if you wouldn't mind, please, I'd really appreciate it if you could type in a 1 if you're watching this live and type in a 2 if you're watching the recording through Facebook. So I've done a little bit of preparation today, and a shout out to Stephen who suggested we do this. The words are there. I'm going to reveal them as we go on. Let me just tell you a little story before we get into this. And hello to everyone who's coming on the call. Rajesh, hello. The fact is, with Dental Profit System, we have worked for dentists all over Australia for several years now, and when I think about the dentists that have been most successful in terms of our dealings with them, and I often find that our dealing with them is kind of a microcosm of a bigger picture, there are some common characteristics. So it's kind of like what we see as an outsider, we see it across a whole bunch. Hello, Bill, welcome all the way from, where are you? I think you're in Georgia. When we think about these common characteristics, we find that there are some common threads. You know, that there are certain clients, if they've got these characteristics, they're a much better chance of getting a good outcome than those who maybe don't. So, what's the first one? 3 characteristics of successful dentists. The first one I'd have to say, overwhelmingly, is mindset. And in terms of mindset, there are a couple of things that we notice. The first is that we find the dentists that have got a longer term time frame, that they're not just going, look, there's a friend of mine who calls some people in business life raft clingers. If you're sort of clinging onto a life raft and if you're in a desperate situation, that's probably not a good indication of longer term success. It's not that we don't need to be, that we don't need to hustle at certain times, but the fact is we find that the dentists that get the best results, their mindset is around longer term. They're prepared to, and the second part is that they're prepared to invest. So I'll say longer term. Investing. All right, what's the second one? The second one relates to taking action. Now, that one's not going to be a big surprise, but I just want to tell you how that works for us. One of the things, I work with dentists individually. A lot of the stuff we do is not one-on-one, but I do some stuff. I must admit my capacity to do that is a little bit restricted. In fact, it's very restricted these days. And every month we'll meet together, we'll go through some stuff. There's a to-do list for me and a to-do list for the dentist. And the successful dentists, when I come back in a month's time and I go, how did you go with your list? These are the ones that have got stuff done. Whereas there are others who go, oh, too busy, etc., etc. I know life's busy. In my business, we struggle with this all the time, that tension between working in the business and working on the business. But we find the successful dentists, they take action, they make stuff happen. The third point relates to persistence. I think this might be persistence, yeah. And it is that longer term view, just persisting. One of the things about marketing, I take the view that marketing is part science and it's part art. Well, it's kind of highly subjective, isn't it? But it's that perseverance and persistence to just keep going, finding out what works. And as it is for marketing, so it is for the whole of your business. So anyway, how do you go against this? What do you like in terms of your mindset? Are you investing for the longer term? Are you an action taker, or are you someone who thinks, oh, if only? And are you persevering? Are you persisting? All right, well, I hope that's helpful for you. This is what we found with the dentists we work with that get the most success, and it's no coincidence that they get a high level of success in terms of the marketing they do with us and also in their own businesses generally. Now, a couple of little things to mention before I go. If you are in Sydney, or indeed you're prepared to travel to Sydney this Friday, I have one free ticket to our simple steps to more patients and higher profits, because let's face it, who wouldn't want more patients and higher profits? I've got one free ticket. If you're interested, you just message me, just say that's not going to work. How about free ticket? That'll do. Put that in the notes and I'll get in touch. Otherwise, you can have a look at anguspryor.com/simple. And then if you're in Sydney, Melbourne or Brisbane or prepared to travel to any of those places, we've got dpmplan.com.au. That's a dental practice marketing plan, and we've got one-day workshops coming up on those. Otherwise, for me, Angus Pryor signing off. See you next time on Marketing Monday.